The legendary Mike Tyson has been blessed with much wealth, earning as much as 30 million per fight during his peak time. But he has also been met with some low times, and we mean very low. Did you know that Mike Tyson has been convicted twice in his life? He also filed for bankruptcy at one point, losing all his wealth.
You consider a lot of money to be?
I don't know, $1,000.
But did you know he still managed to regain his wealth and build up the multi-million empire? No? Then this is the perfect spot for you. Before we jump in, if you're new to the channel, welcome to 1%. Here we give you only factual videos, so if you enjoy our content, please leave a like and subscribe, as they help us with the algorithm. Without any more delays, let's jump into it. Mike Tyson's fame. It is impossible not to have heard of this man, as due to his massive fame, even the most reclusive people know and admire this guy. His name incites fear and admiration in those he had fought, and it is a brand in itself. The iconic tattoo on the left side of Mike Tyson's face has also gained popularity, with many fans impersonating the old athlete in their own ways. But let's talk about some of his ventures, how much he earned and whatnot during his peak time. He earned as much as 30 million per fight, more than anything we have ever seen. And we are talking about back then. The value would be way higher if we consider it now. Throughout his career, Mike has fought many big athletes and given them the taste of defeat, as he was the undefeated champion for some part of his life. These big stars include Trevor Berbick, Tony Tucker, Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks, Frank Bruno, Buster Douglas, Donovan Roddick, Evander Holyfield, and Lennox Lewis. As he kept on defeating those megastars, Mike Tyson made over 400 million throughout his boxing career. Which makes sense, as just one fight would make him 30 million at some point. But he did not just win that much, he also lost it all after some series of bad decisions. Bankrupted. In 2003, Mike Tyson filed for bankruptcy, as he spent way too much money on things that were purely for his own pleasure. He himself has now commented that it was very much a reckless spending and something he would never ever do again.
A lot of fucking fun.
Where did most of the money go? Houses or drugs, girls?
Planes, boat. It's stupid shit, but it was fun.
But that doesn't negate the fact that Mike Tyson had some of the biggest parties, just because he could. He spent so much money on these parties that at one point, he invited 700 people to celebrate his 30th birthday party. And guess how much it cost him? A staggering $580,000. Among the grand list of hundreds of big guests, the future US President Donald Trump was also there to wish him a happy birthday. Donald Trump is known for promoting some of his past fights, and therefore well acquainted with Mike Tyson, and maybe even a close friend from that time. Aside from the parties, he spent way over $6 million on just cars. He had a Bentley Continental SC, which was worth $720,000, along with some of his other luxurious cars that included Lamborghini, Cadillac, Escalade, and Hummer H2. If this fleet of grand cars, unnecessarily expensive cars, is not enough to tell you how much he loved spending in his youth, then we don't know what is. Young Tyson loved many things, and since he had the money, he bought it all without batting an eye. Luxurious houses and Bengal white tigers. He also had a keen eye for millions of dollars worth of state, and bought one for $4 million in Connecticut, one which he tried to sell off for $32 million but failed to do so. Not to mention, he also had many other properties scattered, some of which were in Nevada and California. Furthermore, he also bought 3 Bengal white tigers as his pets in the 1990s. Talk about flexing some money. After a while, during his bankruptcy, it was revealed that he had to spend $8,100 to take care of them. But that's not all the troubles the tigers gave him. In one of the podcasts in 2020, he talked about how his pet tiger once attacked a woman trespassing his house. According to him, she was just fucked up. I didn't know what they could do to a person's flesh. I love them. I shouldn't have had them in my house. I was wrong. As tragic as it was, he had to recompensate her and paid her $250,000. Mike Tyson's love for pigeons. If you're an old Mike Tyson fan, then you must be aware how much he adores pigeons. There is even a famous story from his childhood. He kept many pigeons when he was a teenager, but once he got into a fight with the neighborhood bully, they tried stealing his pigeon. The bully eventually ripped off the pigeon's head, punched Mike, and threw the blood of the pigeon at young Tyson. He punched the bully back, but that wasn't the only time he fought someone over this. He had to KO the garbage man for throwing away his dead bird. He said he ran to him and caught him with a flash on the temple with a titanic right hand, which sends the man out cold on the floor. the $2 million gold bathtub. And of course, how could we forget the absurd amount he paid to gift his then wife, Robin Givens, a golden bathtub, which costed him over $2 million. The bathtub was so luxurious that it was even something royals wouldn't dare invest in. But Mike was the only person to be so daring and went this far. Since then, Mike has been married thrice, with his current wife being Lakia Spicer, also known as Kiki, whom he's been with since 2009. Convicted twice, the downfall and the rise. Throughout his life, Mike has been convicted twice. Once in 2006, he was caught in possession of cocaine and driving under the influence. He pled guilty to it a year later, but before that, he had some dark history as he was arrested in 1991 for the rape of an 18-year-old, for which he was convicted. He had some dark spots in his long career, and although his mistakes cannot be justified at all, he has since then been better, and even collaborated with other athletes like Serena Williams, whom he taught how to throw punches. He later said he wouldn't want to get in the ring with her. He has been seen enjoying many tennis matches with his wife, showing how much he loves other sports, and has obviously made many appearances in boxing matches. As for when Mike filed for bankruptcy, he owed the IRS $50 million, another debts of $23 million. But even after all these struggles, Mike had rebuilt his multi-million empire, and while his current wealth is not transparent, it is estimated to be around 3 to 10 million, which pales in comparison to what he used to have. Much of the credit of him rebuilding the fortune goes to his acting career and cameos in many shows. He earned as many as $100,000 for a cameo role, which he later admitted was to help his drug habit. After his rough time, he realized his issue and has now become a much better person. He has since abstained from alcohol and drugs and transitioned to a much healthier lifestyle. He had a tough life and has stood back up, and although his fighting days may be over, he is still one of the best fighters the world has ever seen. That concludes the story of the legendary Mike Tyson, including how he lives his life now, and how he was back in his prime time. Do you think prime Mike Tyson was the best fighter-athlete the world has ever seen? If not, who else would you like to see compete with prime Mike Tyson? Leave your thoughts down in the comments. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. It has been a pleasure. Until next time.